Cooking with Jay. So today we're going to be making one of my favorite. It's good appetizers for Super Bowl, anything. Pretty much anything you're in the mood for. Or if you just want an appetizer, who gives a dang? So I'm going to be making my bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and show you all the contents that's going to be needed. So you're going to need any kind of cheese, because I put cheese in mine. You guys, it's optional. It's still perfect without it. I use Mexican style. I use the Mexican style usually. Cheese. I have my 8 ounces of cream cheese, but I use the spread because it's much easier to mix. I have my bacon, and of course the lovely jalapeños, the main base of this dish. And then you're gonna need a bowl to kind of mix everything in, so I went ahead and grabbed that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing, of course, we need to make sure our jalapenos is cut in half. So I already went ahead and cut one in half. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how to cut it. Because some people, I don't know why they cut the top and stuff it like that. I mean, it works for some people, but it's just not my thing. So you just be very careful, of course. So I'm just going to pretty much cut through these. And I'm going to do the rest off camera. And I'm going to be right back. What I do is I put a strainer and I put the bowl under it. Just for the leftover seeds. And please try to make sure you do not have any seeds after this, because of these seeds will make your stomach hurt. So let's make sure that we remove those right. I just went ahead and grabbed a spoon and I just like scoop it all out, as you can see. And then usually, just to make sure it's not no little seeds trying to stay hidden in there, I do rinse these when I'm done doing this. And I usually make sure it does the trick. So yeah, so alright, so I'm going to go ahead and rinse these, and I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, pretty much all of the jalapenos does not have any, like, you know, seeds or anything. But like I said, I just rinsed it. No, it is, before anybody asks, it does not matter what temperature you rinse it on. The whole point is just to get rid of these seeds, okay? So now that we're done with that, I'm about to go ahead and grab my bowl, and let's go ahead and start making the filling. So I have 8 ounces of the, like I said, the cream cheese spread. If you do not want to use the spread, you can definitely just soften an 8-ounce cream cheese block and add it in there. The brand, like for me, I feel like the brand doesn't matter much, but I know people love their Philadelphia cream cheese, and I'm with you guys on that one. So yeah, don't feel like you can't use that. I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop the whole whole container of its contents out. Okay, so now we have all the cream cheese in the bowl. Let me make sure that it's in camera. Perfect. So go ahead and move this. To add to that, let me see. So I pretty much let this sit out for maybe 20 minutes. So it's pretty smooth, which is pretty good for our stuff. From there, I'm going to go ahead and add it in my Mexican style cheese. Like I said, use whatever shred you like. And please remember, you do not have to add this if you are not a big cheese person. You don't really like cheese. I'm a huge cheese person. Then just do this. It'll be fine without it, okay? It will be just fine without it. So I went ahead and added the cheese to it. And yeah, I'm about to go ahead and mix that together. But the goal is to make sure the jalapeno is stuffed, but not overstuffed. So as you see, it has the contents inside, but it's not overstuffed. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys me putting one in. I just made a pre-example so you can kind of get an idea. I'm just making sure it's at least from the bottom to the top, because once you put this baby in the oven, the cream cheese will rise. And if you have too much, all the cheese, everything is going to ooze out. And you're going to lose a lot of that delicious goodness and just be stuck. Don't get me wrong, I love jalapeno, but you're just going to be stuck with mainly the jalapeno. And that's going to suck. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of these off camera. Okay, so what I'm doing now is, what I just did, so you see it's already done. I went ahead and made a pre-example of what your bacon wrapped jalapeno popper is supposed to look like. So if what I did, I used the whole strip of bacon for this one. For the bigger ones, it's better to use a whole strip of bacon. because I feel like it wraps around better. And then if it's like extremely small, for example, like this little guy here, then what I do is I just use half of the strip. I am using thick sliced bacon. You can use regular, you don't have to use thick. That's the one I have on hand, so I want to let you know there's alternatives to that. Okay, so you know, like I said, for the little guys, you can definitely use half a strip. You know, it definitely goes a long way. So I like to add a toothpick in here because I feel like it holds everything in place. So it bakes way better when I add it. When you don't do it and once it cooks, it kind of starts to unravel. And then at that point, the bacon gets off it becomes a mess. So yeah. So I'm going to show you an example. I have this strip of bacon. And I have a little guy here. You know, all jalapenos matter. And what I do, I try to make sure, like if I have a short piece here, I try to make sure that I kind of just like wrap it under. And I'm just going to like wrap around as you see. So like you see this right here, you just got to make sure you kind of tuck it and then roll over. This way it can stay secure. You want this to be, the bacon to be as secure as possible, okay? So yeah. So as you see, there is plenty of leftover bacon. At that point, you can go ahead and cut it if you have your kitchen scissors. Or you could just kind of just do what I'm simply doing and just rip it off. So, and use the other half for another jalapeno. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the other half, not discard. I'm going to go ahead and put the other half there. And I just finished folding. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a toothpick. Then just like, you know, I'm going to make sure I pin this little guy right here. And I'm just like, you know, stabbing it through. Making sure it gets, you know, it's holding everything together. Well, I want to make sure it goes through the jalapeno so that it really stays. This one is kind of up here. For the smaller ones, I probably would actually recommend, and sorry I should have said this earlier, a second toothpick towards the end because it is a ripped piece of bacon. It is more likely to unravel. So yeah. Okay guys, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you 2 ways you can do this, okay? So as you see, the jalapeno poppers are here already, you know, wrapped and everything. And basically, if you want, it pretty much depends on if you want your bacon crispy or not, okay? So if you want your bacon to be, you know, like you like your bacon kind of soft and everything, then just kind of follow these steps. I'm going to be showing you the outcome of both of them. Oh, that bacon look good, okay? All right, so what I'm going to be doing is the first step is to put the bacon in the oven for 45 minutes, okay? So I already have, so I'm gonna like show you guys what happens. If you want it to be soft and cooked all the way, just put it in for about 40 to 45 minutes, okay? The second option, I'm gonna go ahead and show you after. Okay guys, so I went ahead and pulled it out. This is what it's looking like. Like I told you, that's why I said don't overfill, because it does come up. The filling does go ahead and rise up, and that can be something, if you overfill it, that could be a hot mess and get really messy. Obviously the bacon is not going to look like if you cook it on a skillet. It's a different, you know, it's baking, so it's going to look different. It's not going to get as brown or anything, but it definitely is cooked, and it's really, really delicious. So okay, so that's method number 1. If you want to bake it, then your bacon will be soft. This is exactly what it looks like. Basically, you guys, like, you know, this is the first method if you want your bacon more soft. So the second method, and I went ahead and made a couple extras just to show you guys. I put it in the oven for about 25 minutes just instead of the 40, just to kind of let the filling sit in. Then after that, I went ahead and threw it in the air fryer on 400 degrees if you have an air fryer, for about 5 minutes, and this is what it looked like. As you see, this is exactly like pretty much what it looked like. I did the same exact steps. The only difference is I cut the bacon time just to make sure the filling got cooked, and I threw that baby in the air fryer, and the bacon came out very crispy. It was very, very, like, I enjoyed, you know, I like my bacon crispy. I have had it both ways. It's really good. So if you don't like your bacon crispy like that, then stick with the first one and just leave it in for about 40-45 minutes. And if you have thick cut bacon, if not, it should be a little bit shorter time. And if you want it crispy, then follow this method and it should go well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.